Yo guys, what's happening? It's Killjoy here. Okay, so I am currently on WoW, and don't worry, I'm not going to jump around, try my best not to do that. I am on my Shadow Priest here, so yeah, give us a wave, Necrolite. Hey! Okay, now I'm just done being stupid. Okay, so basically, I had a lot of questions asking me what I'm going to play in Legion, because I'm really undecided. I am not sure, to be honest. I am leaning towards either a Hunter or a Shadow Priest. So I've decided to get them both dusted off, have a look at them, see what's going on. Right now, current season, Shadow Priest is more fun for me. I know a lot of people might not feel that way. It's more fun for me. I don't know much about anything else than that. It's really personal preference. Shadow Priest has got me hooked just now. It's fun again. It's good. Now, there's a big question about Shadow Priests being what is it you go? Is it haste? Is it mastery? Is it versatility? What is it? Well, to be honest, for me the answer's crit, then versatility. I don't see mastery being that great. It's a good stat. Don't get me wrong. I'd say it's crit, versatility, mastery, haste, then multi-strike at the bottom. A lot of people don't agree with that, but I'll go through everything and let you know why I think crit's the best. Basically, with crit, if you put Shadow of Pain on a few targets, okay, here we go, it starts dealing damage, but there, it crit, and look what happened, a little shadowy apparition came out, alright? Now, I will say this just now, my gear is not great, so I don't have a high crit rating, but if I was fully geared, I'd be going for crit, I would have a high crit rating. So these would happen quite a lot. And look at the damage they're dealing. 5.5k, that's the same as like a Shadow Lord Pain tick. So that's 3 damage. And I will say though, I have Auspicious Spirits. And don't pay attention to my level 30 talents. They don't make sense. I was trying something out, I'll explain that in a bit. But yeah, I have that, so it increases the damage by 100% of my Auspicious Spirits. But they also grant me 1 Shadow Orb. You can see that there. So, I am always full of these beasts, which allows me to do that. And if I have Shadow of Pain ticking on a good number of targets here, then cool. As soon as they hit, boom, Shadow Orb, boom, Shadow Orb. So that leaves me free to throw about Devouring Plagues. Couple that with Mind Blasts, then my other talents and stuff, like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of damage kicking out here. And like that, look. 283k in the space of seconds. That's good. So that's why I know Clarity of Power is brilliant. It's a great talent, don't get me wrong. I just like Auspicious Spirits. That's just my point. But here's my thinking behind crit, alright? Even if you are Clarity of Power spec. Now, Mind Blast does decent damage. 18.5k. I mean, I know this is dummies, but it's level 102 dummies, so it's going to be similar to what you would sort of see on players, alright? Similar, it's not going to be exact, it's not, so don't hold me to that, alright? But with Auspicious Spirits, I have had an Auspicious Spirit crit a player for 20k. Doesn't sound a lot, but when you consider that's a passive 3 bit of damage, that fucking adds up. Let me tell you, that adds up. I'm quickly going to change this back just now because it's what combat passive. Now this is why I'm aiming towards crit. It was simply because of Auspicious Spirits. Now I know they need crit. It's the lifeblood of Auspicious Spirits to have crit. But my reasoning behind going full crit on a Shadow Priest is, I'll go through every stat, okay? We'll start with haste. Why is haste not good? Well, all of our CC isn't cast, so this one, instant. Okay? No need for that. I'm jumping again, sorry. And, well, what other fear? Horror. Instant. That's strange. That's pretty strange, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It's instant. Our defensive is instant. No need for that. The only thing that we would really use haste for is to either cast a Vampiric Touch, a Mind Spike, which you won't really do unless you're Clarity of Power spec, or a heal, which, ooh, 15k. Ooh, even if that crits, it's going to double that to about 33k, something like that. Which isn't a great deal. I mean, like that. Okay. But with haste, yeah, you might. By the time I've cast 4 heals, you may have cast 5. Big fucking whoop. Even with Bubbles instant, who cares? Everything we do is pretty much instant. Even Cascade. Look at it, it's instant. I've just got myself in combat again. Fuck. But yeah, everything's instant. Haste, fair enough, it gets you more dot ticks. Dots hit like wet noodles anyway. I don't give a shit. Haste, no. It's not for me just now anyway. Like, if dots were hitting harder, yep, haste, hands down, boom, I would say go for it. But no, I'm not, because haste is not good. Not in a good place right now. For Shadow Priests anyway. For Warlocks, it's arguable because they cast their CC. They've got a lot of dot damage rolling. They've got haunts to cast. It's a lot of damage there. Now I am just going to change this because that's really fucking annoying me. At this point I'll explain why I had Phantasm. It was because of this glyph. I read, I never read, I watched a YouTube video on it basically saying, yeah, you can get away with not having feathers to do this. Feathers like that. Because the Mind Flay glyph stacks 3 times gives you a pretty comparable movement buff. But you need to do that. Basically, you need to channel Mind Flay like 3 times, which, okay, if you're getting trained, that's not going to happen. So it was terrible, to be honest with you. Feathers all the way. Take feathers. Phantasm is good, but feathers all the way. Don't listen to anything that tells you otherwise. And so yeah, shit. I fix my talents anyway. So yeah, take the faint glyph as well. That's brilliant if you're getting trained. But yeah, so that's haste explained. Mastery! Woo! Mastery is quite high on the list, I'll be honest with you. Because, there we go. Like, I've only got 581 mastery and it's a 41%. That's really good. Increases the damage of Mind Blast, Mind Spike, and Mind Flay by 40 blah blah blah, whatever your mastery is percent. That's good. Yeah, it's really good. You use Mind Blast, you use Mind Spike, and you use Mind Flay quite a bit. So mastery is good. It's a good stat. Why not? I just wish it increased the damage. I just wish it increased all shadow damage by that amount. Then I think it would be blowing my nuts. Like, it would be crazy good. But it's not. It's a limited portion. It's aimed at Clarity of Power. It just is. Everything Clarity of Power does, Mind Spike, Mind Seer, Shadow Word, Death, increases their damage. It makes your Mind Blast instant as well, so you get more, and it reduces the cooldown. by 3 seconds. So, well, it is decent. It is decent. But this is, then the next up would be versatility. Versatility increases damage by everything by a small percentage. It takes a lot of versatility to get a small percentage, which is good. Increases damage and healing done by the full amount of percentage, and decreases damage taken by half. It's half for that. So it's decent, but yeah, it's a good secondary stat. That's why I'm going crit versatility, because they go hand in hand pretty well. But yeah, can't get enough of it to make it absolutely game-breakingly good. So now I arrive at crit. What's my reasonings behind crit apart from Auspicious Spirits? Well, crit. If you have Clarity of Power, your Mind Blast will be instant, so boom, instant damage. And if you've got high crit, that's going to double that damage. If you Mind Spike a lot, then Multi Strike. Look at that, just crit there. But if I had high crit, this would be so much easier to explain. But that's going to deal double that damage if that crits. Now, you're not going to be critting 100% of the time, don't get me wrong on that. But even your dots, like if I put dots on things right now, let me just do this quickly. Then, if you're in like a battleground, say, you're dotting the shit out of things, and you start throwing stuff about like this. Like that, you're getting a lot of fucking Mind Spikes, you're getting a lot of Devouring Plagues, you're getting a lot of stuff there. Like, look at my damage, man, it's quite high. And that's before I even use like Shadow Fiend is. But if I had higher crit, I'd be getting more orbs, I'd be getting more and more everything to do everything with. Like that, look at the damage just rolling there. There'll be a lot more damage coming. Now, I'll let that run out because it's going to reset and recount. Now, if I had high crit rating, a lot more of that would have crit. Like that, look, 12k, that's nuts. A lot more of that would have crit. Look at Cascade. Like, let's just look at that for a second. Its crit was 22k, and it crit 5 times. If that crits more, it's a lot of damage. If Shadow of Pain, it ticked 79 times there, sorry, that's including multi-strikes. And 7 of them crit. It's because my crit rating is not good. Like my crit rating right now it's not even 13%. It's terrible. Vampiric Touch, it ticked 65 times, 4 of them crit. So it's if I had more crit, then my Mind Spike never once crit. Devouring Plague, dot, it just ticks. None of them crit either, 6 times. Mind Blast just hit, none of them crit. But my Shadowy Apparitions, crit for 12k, nearly 13k, which is bloody good. That's really good. And considering crit, it doesn't just affect damage. If you're healing, it's going to fix your heals as well. And fair enough, you might not be casting huge, like really quick heals, but man, if your trinkets and everything pop, then yeah. And against Auspicious Spirits, then definitely crit is good. But I don't know why like people are rating crit so low down the scale. A lot of people are saying it's mastery, versatility, haste, and then crit. No, I don't see how haste can be above crit. I don't see it. I really don't see it. For me, I'm specking because I'm Auspicious Spirit spec. If you're Clarity of Power, go mastery. Just go mastery. It's better. But if you're specking Auspicious Spirits like me, crit is the lifeblood of it. but even if you're not, crit should not be that low down. I don't get the reasoning behind that. I know people probably get maths and shit to back it up, but just logically, it it doesn't float for me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Um, but yeah, that's my reasoning behind it. And also, there's another added bonus. If you play with Glyph of Mind Blast, like me, then when you critically hit with your Mind Blast, you cause the target to be unable to move for 4 seconds. That's decent to me. Every time a Mind Blast crits, something gets rooted. That's why I think crit's good. I'm using crit to get a little bit of extra CC. Fair enough, it's RNG, but sometimes RNG goes your way, guys. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's shitty, you don't get it. But that one time, it is going to save you, and you will want crit rating for that little save. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. I categorically guarantee it. It will save your life at least once. I know it's counted for me. It saved my life in Battlegrounds about countless times actually. That little route on Death Knights. Oh my god, it destroys Death Knights. If you Mind Blast crit them and they get rooted in place, it absolutely totals them because you can just destroy them in place. It's horrible. And before people say, oh blah 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 blah, you've not done PvP, you've not seen any of your PvP videos in the Shadow Priest. Well, I have the vicious Warwolf. There it's there. I've got my rating for RPGs. I've done my bit in RPGs. So yeah, I've got experience of PvP and a Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest and Rogue is actually my 2 most successful PvP classes. That's a little fun fact. So I'm not saying that I know everything about Shadow Priest. There is people out there who will absolutely despise crit and has got good reason to. Fair enough, that's their opinion. My opinion is don't rate crit so low, guys. Definitely don't. What you'll find quite happily and merrily Blizzard have done, if you stack crit, I will look for a crit helmet as well. It goes hand in hand usually with mastery. You will find that. I've noticed that in the weapons crit mastery. I got them in boxes, that's why I've not got staff. I prefer staffs. But yeah, you will notice that quite happily, merrily goes together. Crit and multi-strike seems to go together quite well as too. I don't like that. I'm just literally getting Honor Gear just now, so I can gear this up and start trying it properly. But we'll soon see. But yeah, if you like Auspicious Spirits, you need the crit. You need it. There's no two ways about it. You need that crit rating. So yeah, this has been my Shadow Priest guide, guys. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. If you've got any questions or any feedback or anything, leave it in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video, do what you want with it, rip the arse out it, I don't give a shit. Basically just like, subscribe it, and tune in for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.